Once upon a time, in the wide, golden savanna, there lived a graceful gazelle named Grace. Grace was known for her long legs, soft brown fur, and gentle eyes. She loved to run and jump across the grassy plains, feeling the wind in her fur and the sun on her back. Grace was quick and light on her feet, and all the other animals admired her for her speed and agility. One day, as Grace was playing near a river, she heard the other gazelles talking about a challenge. There was a deep, wide ravine on the edge of the savanna, and the bravest animals would try to leap across it. But it was a dangerous jump, and no gazelle had ever tried it before. "I want to try," Grace said excitedly. But the older gazelles shook their heads. "It's too risky, Grace," they warned. "What if you fall? The ravine is very wide." Grace knew the other gazelles were worried, but she felt something in her heart telling her to be brave. "I believe I can make it," she said softly. "I just have to trust myself." The next morning, Grace set off for the ravine. The other animals followed, curious to see what would happen. When they arrived, Grace stood at the edge and looked across. The gap was big, and the bottom of the ravine was far below. Grace took a deep breath. She knew this would be the biggest jump of her life. The other animals watched quietly, some holding their breath. Grace stepped back, focused on the other side, and then ran as fast as she could toward the edge. With a powerful push, Grace leaped into the air. She soared over the ravine, her heart pounding with excitement. For a moment, it felt like she was flying. Then, with a soft thud, Grace landed safely on the other side. The animals on both sides of the ravine cheered loudly. Grace had done it. She had made the big leap, and she hadn't given up. When Grace returned to the other gazelles, they surrounded her with smiles and congratulations. "You were so brave, Grace," they said. "You believed in yourself, and you showed us that sometimes you have to take a leap of faith." Grace felt proud and happy. She knew that the leap wasn't just about being strong or fast. It was about believing in herself and not being afraid to try. From that day on, whenever the animals faced a challenge, they remembered Grace the gazelle and her big leap. They knew that if they believed in themselves, they could do amazing things too.